On today's History in a Minute, what does the zip in zip code stand for? Hello, it's Mr. Philip Campbell with Homeschool Connections History in a Minute. I am your bearded, nerdy history guru. Zip codes. This is that 5-digit number that comes at the end of a person's address. We all use them all the time, but have you ever stopped to wonder what the zip in zip code stands for or where this number came from? Well, the ZIP in zip code is an abbreviation for Zone Improvement Plan, and it dates back to the 60s. And the way we got zip codes was before the 1960s, you had various local codes that helped determine where letters would go in the mail. Usually these were a 2-digit code. So for example, it might say your address 123 Main Street, Minneapolis 16, Minnesota, and that 16 was like a code that told the postal carrier what part of Minneapolis this letter had to go to. And these were in use all over the country. However, as we get to the after World War II era, the population is growing considerably. There's new cities and suburbs popping up all over the United States, and the old code system is inefficient. Mail is taking too long to get delivered, and so the Postal Service starts wringing its head for a new way to code its to code mail to get it where it needs to go more quickly. And that's where we meet Postal Inspector Robert Moon, who in 1944 came up with what was the beginning of the zip code with a 3-digit plan. These 3 digits would refer to something called a sectional center facility, or an SFC. SFCs are large central processing centers all around the country where mail goes to get sorted out. So he came up with the idea of assigning each SFC with a 3-digit number, and then these numbers would determine which center the mail went to, and it could be sorted from there. However, this still wasn't precise enough, and so a little bit later you get another guy named Henry Bentley Hahn, who we would consider the true inventor of the zip code because he added 2 more digits onto the end of Robert Moon's 3 digits, and the 2 extra digits that he added identified specific post offices within a region. So with the new 5-digit code, the first 3 digits tell the mail carrier which SFC processing center the mail needs to go to. So it would arrive there, and then it would be sorted by the last 2 digits, and mail workers would sort that mail overnight into various trucks to be taken to specific post offices in the morning. From there, they could be delivered to the specific address. So it kind of starts, when you mail a letter, they look at the 3 digits first on the zip code, then the 2 digits, and then once it arrives at the post office, then your specific address. So Henry Bentley Hahn's 5-digit system was introduced on a voluntary basis in 1963 to see how it would work, and it worked so splendidly that in 1967 it was made mandatory. A little later, I think around 1980 or the early 80s, they added another optional 4-digit thing on the end of the zip code. This was to denote a specific subsection of a city for even further accuracy. But hey, that's how we got the zip code. That's what the ZIP stands for, Zone Improvement Plan, so now you know. And for great historical minutia that you can wow your friends with in social gatherings, I recommend you subscribe to this channel. And always remember that history is awesome.